If you have never sold a home in Ontario, or maybe it's been many years since you sold a home, this video is for you. Let's just take a few minutes and talk about the steps it takes when selling a home in Ontario. And things have changed a lot over the years. In the last 17 years, I've sold literally hundreds of homes in Ontario. And from what we did back in the day to today, the technology has made things very different for us. We used to do a lot of open houses because that was a great way for people to come in and see the house without a lot of risk, because there was no online place to see pictures and videos and virtual tours and floor plans, all that kind of stuff. All we had was a little tiny black and white ad about the size of a recipe card with a very small picture about the size of your thumb, and that was it. So today we have a lot more available to us, which means there's a lot more we have to do in order to prepare and get your home on the market and in front of people so they see what your house is all about, and then they come through the door to see your home in person. So let's go through this checklist that we've developed to help you get your house ready for sale, so that when we put the sign in the ground and we put your home on the MLS, we get maximum attention, because that's what we want. We want the most number of people to see that your home is available. So what's the very first thing that we do? Number one, once you decide the realtor that you're going to work with, and hopefully that's going to be me, because I have a great system in place, and we start by bringing in our home staging expert. Now, the reason why this is important is because the home staging professional is going to come in, go through your home with an unbiased opinion. They are going to look at the space. They are going to look at the things that are there, and they will figure out a game plan to rearrange furniture, maybe bring some stuff out, put some stuff back in place, whatever they need to do to make the space feel big, make it feel warm, make it feel comfortable. So when people walk in, they think, this feels like home. So first thing we do, staging consult, we get that list of things to do from our staging expert, and we go from there. Then we determine what we're going to do, maybe what we're not going to do. We get into action, we get that work done. Then, once we determine the date that you would like to have your home on the market, we bring back our staging professional on that day or a couple of days prior, and they do their final prep work. That bowl of fake apples they put in the kitchen table, and they put the little fancy tchotchkes in the bathroom or whatever. They do all that work. And then usually that day, the preference is that day, we bring in our media expert and we do our photos, videos, lifestyle video, whatever media stuff we need for your home. We do it right after the stager is there, because the home is going to be prepped in the most fantastic way. Then we do all of our photo and video work in the background, takes a few days, then we're ready for the market. So that's what we do to get the home prepped and ready to go. We're not going to talk about marketing, that's a separate thing here, but what to expect next is having the system reach out to you and booking private showings. And we have the technology now where this is done usually online, where you get an email or a text message that says, hey, we've got a showing request. It's Thursday at 2 p.m. Is that okay? And then you're in control and you get to decide when those showings are going to happen. Obviously, we would like to have every showing happen. You are in the driver's seat. And we can set up rules around, if you've got little kids, we don't want showings after, say, 7 p.m. because that's bedtime. We can manage all that inside the system. The next decision to make is, are you going to do open houses? I like open houses, not necessarily because somebody's going to be driving by, they see the sign and say, oh, look, there's a house for sale. They come in and magically they decide they're going to buy your home. That very rarely happens. It's probably 1 in 1,000. The thing about open houses that I like is the additional marketing that we get to put behind your house being for sale. There's additional websites that it goes on to when we do an open house. We have signs out that catch people's attention, so more people become aware of your home for sale. It's all about casting that really big net to try to catch a few people coming that are interested in buying a home like yours. So that's the next thing that we would do, is provide that kind of event so that we get maximum exposure. One of the final things that I'd like to talk about is the feedback. And I think that this is very critical when you're choosing a realtor, is to have one that has a system in place that will provide you feedback on a weekly basis. It is really important and necessary in order to make a good decision about your home buying and selling path, to have feedback. So what we do is we provide feedback on Fridays, and that includes how many people saw your home on the MLS, how many people saw your home through our marketing efforts, the showings that happen, any feedback that's provided, anything that happened through the week that maybe wasn't necessarily situation critical that we had to call you or send you a message right away. We'll provide all of that on Friday, as well as updates as to how your home is fitting into today's current marketplace. Because of the technology, things move very quickly. So for example, if we put your house up for sale and 2-3 days after your home hit the market, another home came up for sale and the price was either higher or lower, we may want to make adjustments to your listing. So we pay attention on a weekly basis. We don't just let things sit and collect dust off in the corner. We want to make sure that we are actively engaged with the market and your house to make sure that if we need to make adjustments, we do them quickly so that we get your home sold quickly. And I think that makes sense. So that's a little quick snapshot as to what we do to get your home ready for the market, and what happens once it's on the market, and what to expect while it's on the market, to stay engaged, to stay up to date with what's happening so you can make a great decision about selling your home with us.